Diary, it is December 2024. I'd like to share with you the Inateck keyboard case for the Apple iPad 10 review. Now, this is my favourite keyboard case. I'm going to try and persuade you that for only £50, you cannot do better than select this case for your iPad generation 10. I do note, by the way, that it's also compatible with the iPad Air. You'll have to look at the Amazon website to check for the exact compatibility. So, why am I so thrilled to be in possession of this iPad case? Well, as you can see, it's a keyboard case with a keyboard and a touchpad, and there's my iPad Gen 10. Now, it's got a cover on the back, and as you can see, this flap is here so it can support the iPad. So all by itself, the iPad can rest. So this case, like I say, is my favorite case, and we're going to start off not just with the keyboard functionality but the weight. This case is for the minimalist who wants the absolutely lightest case they can possibly have for the iPad version 10 with a keyboard. And how light is light? The whole case, including the keyboard and the back shell, is 460 grams. And if we detach the keyboard, which we can do magnetically, as you can see here, this iPad is now the 519 grams of the iPad and the 214 grams of the shell. Now, the reason it's so light, and I think this is an advantage, so I'll put the flap down, is that you have large cutouts here and here and here. So you can see that saves a little bit of weight. Also, in my testing of numerous other cases, the cases that have small cutouts here can often obscure the buttons and make it difficult to get into the buttons. But here, there's a large cutout and you have no difficulty getting to the volume buttons, nor have you got any difficulty getting to the Touch ID sensor, which is very important. So again, many other cases have a small cutout here and you can't get to the Touch ID button very easily. And in this case, you can absolutely get to it very easily. So I've shown you already, but I'm going to show you again. Again, it's minimalist, so this is actually bare behind that to save weight. But here, you can stand the case all by itself, on its own, without the keyboard. And in operational terms, what I intend to use this case for is the following. I have a separate case, which I will use if I just want to take the iPad out without the keyboard itself. But if I think about having the keyboard, or I might want to use the keyboard, or I want to use the keyboard, I want to use the iPad with a stand, I can take it out like this. So I can use the keyboard case if I want to just protect the iPad whilst traveling. If I want to use the iPad whilst traveling and I need a stand, I can take it like this. And if I want to use the iPad with a keyboard, I can pack up the iPad with this magnetic case like this. It is absolutely the lightest case. It does work very well. It is silky smooth kind of coating. I suspect that over time, a short amount of time, that will get kind of quite scratched. So it isn't as robust, I would say, as some of the other higher priced cases. So for example, the Logitech case that I've reviewed, but it's called the Logitech Combo Touch. So the Logitech Combo Touch has like a cloth outer edge, and this is a silky smooth plastic case. I do think it will mark a little, but for £50 instead of the Logitech case, which is over £100, over twice the price, I think I'm prepared to make that sacrifice. I'm trying to think of some other things that make this case so fantastic. The keyboard travel is very good. Very, very good indeed. Except for a few products, all of these iPad cases have Bluetooth connected keyboards. And what that means is that the first time you use this Bluetooth connected keyboard, you're going to have to pair it. But after that, you just need to switch on here the keyboard and it automatically pairs. So after the first time, your inconvenience factor is in fact minimal. So you need to charge this keyboard occasionally via the USB-C connector here, and they do supply a cable. And of course the iPad is now USB-C. So in the unlucky event that you need to charge your keyboard and you also have taken the cable, you can charge the iPad or the keyboard. So yes, the keyboard is remarkably good. I mean, I'm not an expert with iPad keyboards, but I've tested at least 5 different designs, and all 5 of them, from the £20 to the £200 keyboard cases, they all have brilliant keyboards, and they all have the correct keyboard. So this is a UK keyboard. So yeah, I have absolutely no problem in recommending this case. It's my #1 case. If I want to take out the iPad with a keyboard, this just magically attaches to here. And it will magically attach if I had it the right way around. Very good. Good video. So here's the iPad. It just magically attaches and then it closes. It is something that's very satisfying to actually just finish the iPad and then just go clap shut like that. So if you do take it away with the case, then you're going to get that satisfaction. But of course, it is going to be quite heavy when you take it with the case. So it's a 520 gram iPad plus a 460 gram case. So the total package is still ultra lightweight compared with all the other cases that I've tested. This is the absolute lightest keyboard case, bar none. Okay, that's the end of the review. I hope that encourages you, and if you want a keyboard case, this is the one.